Alright, I am going to go over very quickly with you how to set up LastPass, which is going to be the simple way that we're going to share passwords when we work together. And you can also use this system to share with anyone else that you would like to share your accounts with, but don't necessarily want to tell them your passwords. That's going to keep everything very secure on both ends. So I'm going to send you a link to LastPass in your welcome kit. So you're going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to take you right to the LastPass homepage, and you are going to click on Get LastPass Free. This is going to be a free service, so you're never going to have to pay. We're just going to use some of the basic features. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. Now it's going to ask you to add the extension to your browser. So I'm using Chrome, as you can see here, but this actually is going to work with any browser that you use. So it works well with Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera, and even Internet Explorer. So if you're using any of those, it's going to ask you to install the extension with your browser. So once you click Add Extension, we'll go back here and click Add Extension, and we're going to see it right up here in just a moment. Just take it a few seconds to install. And if you don't use extensions, they're so handy. So it says, the free password manager has been added to Chrome. So no matter what browser you install this in, it's going to give you a little indication that everything's ready to go. So now that we've got that, you're going to click on the little icon, and we're just going to create our free account. So just use whatever email address that you prefer. I'm going to sign up under Photo Mama, because this is the account that I'm going to be sharing from, and agree and create account. So I'm going to make a master password. So this is going to be your information. No one's going to see this except for you. And I don't need a password hint because I never forget. Okay, so I'm going to get that all set to go. And voila. So it's going to get all ready. So it's asking me, let's get started. So it's going to ask you to save, from one of the usual accounts that you use, but I'm just going to click Remind Me Later because that's not where we want to do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you share your passwords to Pinterest, Tailwind, and possibly also the back end of your WordPress or Squarespace, whichever you use to host your website. So I'm going to hit Let's Go. So it's going to log me in automatically to my password vault. Now, in order to start sharing passwords, you're going to want to go to your email and verify your account. So this should show up pretty quick here. It's going to ask us for Welcome to LastPass, activate your LastPass account. So it's going to say activate your LastPass account, and I'm going to click right there and activate everything. So we're ready to go. Got to do the CAPTCHA. Everyone's favorite part there. Okay, so everything's verified now. Just give it a second here to open up. Well, I guess we're going to log in again. Okay, so now let's add some sites that you can share with me or with whoever your service provider is. So we're going to sign into our account. Remember me. Okay, so we're going to go to passwords, and I'm going to add an item here. So I'm going to click on Add Password. Okay, so we're going to get Tailwind app. Username is alright, and then let's hit save. Alright, so you're going to see it's going to show up right here in our passwords. And whenever you want to go to this app on your own, you're just going to hit launch. It's going to go ahead and open it up right in your browser, take you right to it, sign you in, show you your dashboard. Alright, so you got that set up. So say you wanted to sign up another one, you could add those all to the section here. The next one, I think that I can't sign into Pinterest, to be honest, because I don't have the password right. But say if I wanted to log into my back end of WordPress, I could do the same thing here. I'm going to add another password. This is the URL it's going to go to. And I'm going to put Healthy Fertile Mama WordPress, just so I know what it's for. And then my username. Alright, and same thing, so it's going to show up here. Alright, so once you have your passwords in for your back end of your WordPress or your Squarespace where you sign in, your Tailwind app, and your Pinterest app, I'm going to have you notice down here that there is a little share icon. This is where you can share with other people. So if you just click on share, and then you're going to put in the email address of the person that you want to share with. That's going to be me. Now don't click on this because then that would allow me to see your password. So unless you really just don't care. But this is just a way for us to keep everything secure. That way you know nobody has your passwords except for you. So I'm going to click share, and then, oh, it's going to say it needs to verify, which I thought we did. Ah, we didn't. Okay, so let's click on the share button here. I'm going to type in jenrochelle@gmail.com. Okay, so that's going to share that. It's going to say success. Share sent to jenrochelle@gmail.com. So you're going to do that for your Tailwind app as well. Okay, and then that's going to send it to me. Okay, so let me show you what happens over on my end when you share these with me. Okay, so you can see I have a couple here, sites that I use and set up. Just getting mine set up really well for sites that I like to use. I'm going to go ahead over here to the sharing center, and I can see that I have 2 things shared with me. So I can accept those, and I will accept the Tailwind app as well. So what's going to happen is whenever time comes for me to do the work on the back end of your Pinterest account into your Tailwind app, or if I need to upload anything into the back end of your WordPress, such as images or keywords into the images that we upload, or anything like that, then I'm just going to click here. I'm going to click on launch. It's going to take me straight to your Tailwind. There we go. So there we go. And now I can get into the back end of your account, and I'll be able to see what's going on. So that is the gist of it. If you have any questions, you can shoot me an email. It's jenrochelle@gmail.com, and I'll help you troubleshoot whatever you can. But as far as everything goes, LastPass is really a great app that's going to keep everything secure on both ends, so that you don't have to worry about if your passwords are out there floating around and who has them and whatnot. So hope that this makes it much easier to understand another new app that you're going to start using with me.